Alright, finally, so here it is.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This way, my son. Vermina from her citadel at the center. Who can say? Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent.
Hey, come on. Oh yeah, you're gonna lead the way out. Gotcha. Can I see it on the map? Nope, I can't see it on the map. Yeah, I'm following. The two golden brothers. One in armor, one in cloak. Ooh, I think I know where it is. Is this cave right here? Oh wait, no.
This way, my son.
Oh yeah. Dang, the NPC knows. Hey, but I'm not your son. What are you talking about? Come on, we need to hustle up here. What if I just shoot you right now, bro? How would that feel? Yeah, bro, what's up? What's up? I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you, bro. Oh, I'm gonna snipe that goat. Holy crap! Wow! Whoa! Dang! Even he thought it was amazing as well. Alright, so what are we waiting for? Damn! Quick save on that. Damn, bro. So it's not to waste those precious silver arrows. I'm gonna use Falmer arrow. Damn, this goat is surprised. Dang, I love this bow, bro. It's freaking amazing. Damn, man. This good. Just go do those animal huntings if you need a soul to catch. Damn, man. Goats. Yes. Alright, I'm coming. I got distracted there for a bit. Yo, what the? Man, that was my speaker acting up again. Yay. Let me just like connect this to the wire. Alright, almost done. Alright, cool. Cool, I'm ready. Alright, come on now. Whoops. No. Alright. So, it's time for extra assistance. Extra assistance right there, and then we're gonna use a steel arrow. Damn, these bears were vicious, dude. Freaking snow bears. They were vicious, dude. Gosh. Good thing he's like practically invincible.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
So it's this place, huh? Nightcrawler Temple. Well, alright. You wanna get in there, right? Cool. It's a dungeon. You can get lots of loot out of it. So who's there? Wait, what? You're not coming with me? Come on, man.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be... Years ago, this temple was raided by an... No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike.
Holy crap.
Once we get inside, all will become clear.
So I got inside without even thinking.
Huh?
My bow is acting up. Steal this book without him realizing.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Yay!
Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open.
Oh. Whoa, cool. Ain't this amazing?
Now I can show you the source of the nightmares.
This is me
Over
as
here. Behold the skull of corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
Yeah, I see you. No time to lose. Holy crap. Orcish invaders.
Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible.
Where's the library?
It's just up here.
Oh.
Be careful. We're certain to find more of the Awakened.
Still here. Stop them!
Awakened! And carry it! I'll see you.
Nice. Orcish invaders. Porcupine. So what am I doing? What is this?
This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned.
Yep.
I hope the tome we need is still intact.
It's like practically similar to the Earth's history as well. Oh, shoot.
Someone there?
The miasma.
No one crosses me!
No, not like this.
Yes, like that, of course.
I cannot.
So they're his brothers and sisters, and he's
Barring
willing to
any
kill
more
them.
interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride.
Dream Strike.
The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level.
Oh, come on now! Man. Oh, it's set. I didn't have enough hops. Alright, I had enough hops for that one. Ooh, nice. Dream Stride.
Yes, my son. Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world.
That's amazing.
Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library.
Ooh,
I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
laboratory is that way. Now I know the tricks. Yes. Nice, bro. Man, that's why I love these dungeons. Gives a new kind of experience.
Not dead. Kill them! Kill them all! What happened? We're still under attack!
Whoa, it's not.
Wait! We're still under attack! Kill the priest! I'll show you what a real
Yeah, send them all over the place.
You pay for your blasphemy!
Nice.
Care like a gunman? Nothing! Yeah!
Absolutely like that.
Now that they we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid.
Oh man,
Find it.
it's filling
Bring it
up.
to me.
The space is filling up quick. Oh boy. I really don't like that. Is there any treasure chests which I can loot? Come on now. Let me have something good. Oh man.
Yes, I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue.
Potions.
We still have...
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull.
No more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But, brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thoric, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed. To the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
What am I doing? Wait, what the? So what was the quest about? What am I doing? What's going on? Oh my gosh.
You are real, fight.
Where the heck am I going? It said release the miasma. Oh, it's up there, huh? Okay, alright, got you. I got you, no worries. This is a terrible place.
What was that?
It worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come. We must get to the skull and destroy it.
It worked. Ooh. What the? He's actually dead? Oh. Well then. Oh yeah, gotta get rid of all of these things. I made sure to loot everybody, right? Is somebody there?
By her benevolence, you shall not stop us.
Was I not supposed to kill him? Maybe I wasn't. Alright, then I'm gonna stop killing you guys. Alright. Alright, Wizard, I'm gonna let you deal with the problems from here.
What was that?
Except for the orcs.
Just a scratch. Oh, not so fast. Feel the benevolence of the martyr. You're a fool. You puny wimp. Like a done bird. No more. I'm going to put you down. I yield.
Whoopsies.
Never should have come here. I dare don't want you now.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
You dare fight a gunman? No! Can I best you? How dare you?
Is there any orcs?
Wait. Baron, Thoric, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. By her benevolence, you shall
You know what? I need your assistance again. Oh, no wonder. Oh no! Dwarven sword. Like with my steel sword. And then... What? Wait. Its value is only 10? You must be kidding me, dude. Alright then, I guess I'll let go of 3.
How could you, Arender?
Nice. Dwarven war.
I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so?
Don't destroy the staff. Yep.
No, you mustn't listen to them. They speak only lies and deception. Had we aided them in releasing the skull, they would use it to wreak havoc across Skyrim. They had to die. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the barrier.
So what were the orcs attacking again? I forgot.
I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Huh. So, with every game, I have listened to the gods. Whether really good or bad, I have always listened to the gods. Well, but this time around, I will compromise. If I wait, and if he doesn't turn on me, then the god was lying. And so I'm gonna do that. So I have made my quick save right there. And I'm pretty sure the god is telling the truth, but still, I gotta see it through. Because this guy is basically he basically killed his friends. So, and he fled them too. So he doesn't have credit. So, but still though, I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see. I've made my quick save, so it doesn't matter. And if I don't like the result, then I just go back to my quick save again. So, how's it going?
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me. In time, I'll believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine to Mara in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you.
Oh.
Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
Hey, I gotta ask the compensation. I forgot to do that. So, the god was lying.
Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
So, I didn't really have to kill Silas on the last time before either. But since Maroon has given me a precious dagger which I still use right now, it is worth it. But this gun, there's something to it that made me feel like testing him out. And not to kill Erendor.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me.
What about some compensation?
Being a humble servant of Mara, I have little in the way of gold or coin. But perhaps I can offer you something better. Companionship. I'd constructed a meager shrine to Mara in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you.
Nice. Well, this guy practically is invincible, so I'm gonna take him.
Azura's with. Let's not waste any time. At its worst.
So the god was lying. Interesting. Now that was really an eye-opener, so I could have spared Attilas and gotten all sorts of gold from him as well. But since people hated him as well, like, it just had to be like that. Ooh, what's this? Don't tell me. Oh, interesting. How do I get in there? Is there any leverage? Nope. There isn't. Nice. (11:02 p.m.) And what I would like to do next is, you know what, wizard? Why don't we go to Solstein together? Yeah. Or why don't we clear this Meros together? Yeah, I'm tired of looking at the Drungers, so Solstein. But first, I go to Windhelm and sell my goods. Interesting. Which way? Pretty sure there were blacksmiths somewhere. Blacksmiths, blacksmiths. Where are you, blacksmiths? Okay. Apparently no blacksmiths. Oh yes. I think I'm almost there to the blacksmiths. Yes, they're over here. Yep.
It's so good to see you again.
They
The
say
divine
Ulfric Stormcloak
charitable
murdered the
soul.
High King when his voice
Where the heck are the blacksmiths?
shouted him.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's because... No, I gotta wait a couple hours then. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Need some metal hammered.
How's your steel?
Of course I am. What do I... don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard. Trying to set... Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy. But no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'd be grateful.
Huh. Interesting.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Dwarven sword, I have plenty of these. Going out, going out. Is that it?
Don't forget, you'll find...
Pretty sure don't know everything. Used wares, yep.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Good to see. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Elves ear. Alright, I need to sell those robes. Monk robes. Well, there you
Do
go.
come again.
And let's go to Solstar.
You should load some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf. I've no problem with orcs, but that stronghold they've got in the southeast, Norselburg, it's a...
Mara protect us both.
Got
She
something
is
for just
still-
about everybody in here. Give a hop. You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be...
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thum be taught like any skill? The Dunmer get their drinks at the new Nisses quarter.
Oh, Zed. NPCs don't normally initiate conversations. Oh well, whatever. Soul's time, here I come.
Looking to hire a boat? I can take you to any port on the coast.
Wait a second. Are you the real deal? Nope, it's the old man.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
Why?
It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. That's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yes, you are.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
Ooh, persuade.
All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself.
Yay! Alright, wizard. Now you get to see the faraway land. You wanted a journey, so I give you one. Oh yeah.
Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again.
Yeah.
Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
It's like the medieval Venice or roads with like the seawalls protruding outwards. Or no, not Venice, but Candia, the city on Crete, which the Venetians built. Ooh, my wizard is here, yes! Yes.
I don't recognize you.
Huh?
So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock.
Of course.
Outlander. State your intentions.
Just looking for work.
You picked one of the worst places in Morrowind to do that, but suit yourself. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redera. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Nope.
I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight, We're on the frontier out here, and we've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
You know what? I'll ask him this.
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not. The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. Kjolland. I was starting to wonder what happened.
Just remember who's in charge around here.
Just look at their armor. It's so freaking amazing. Damn. This is like Ant's place. The Ant Kingdom. I like that. Ooh, and they got the blacksmith right here.
You need to talk some sense into your husband. You haven't seen Crucius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Crucius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up at my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. It took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers. But he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. You tell Crucius he better give that pickaxe back.
See that beam of light? That's the place that we have to get to.
Here in his shrine.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirek. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirek's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there. building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. Are we done?
Now, through them, thrice.
World shall see.
Ah, so you are able to resist the effect by exerting your will. Fascinating. I would not advise touching the stone again. The effect. Repeated contact will exist. Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute to...
See, this is how the Solstheim looks like. Temple of Nira. Well, let's go over there then. Oh, see? That's the Skyrim. Way over there. And that's like the... Oh! It's like... It's like what was it? It's like the castle off the coast of Seleucia City in Turkey. It's now called Silifke, and the castle's right on top of the water, like how it is right there. It's called like the Daughter's Castle or something. It's been rumored in the Roman times that I think the king's daughter would die by a snake poison, and someone gifted. Well, so the daughter was made to stay inside the castle for the whole time of her life, out of fear that she would die by the snake. And then someone gifted someone gave a gift, and within that gift was a snake, and it came out and bit her to death. Quite interesting. Wait a second, I have to go over there. Oh yeah, you see? They're fighting. What the heck? Ash spawns. Alright, bro. I'm gonna help you out.
I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them Ash Spawn.
Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped. I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind. And I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard. We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual.
Declaration of war.
Have you found something? This is strange. The note says it's from General Falks Carius, but that's impossible. Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive. If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm going to head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults. Be careful. This General Carius is out of his mind.
Armor is practically nothing. You know what? I'm just gonna continue on the... I'm just gonna continue on that,
Is someone there?
Is someone there?
What the heck? We need someone there.
If you find yourself, just keep your eyes to the ground.
Yeah, just focus on where we go. Alright, this way. Here's the temple.
Hold, traveler. You have no business here. We mean you no harm, but be on your way.
Who is that? Oh, interesting. Well, you know, I would say that this temple will take a long time to get back, so I'm gonna call it quits here, and we'll see you